Hello and welcome to the LOUDLABS show, episode 13. That's right, lucky number 13. On today's episode, we get to know Victor a little bit. We talk about me, I got married, and we talk a little bit about some old stories. So, let's go. Hello and welcome to the LOUDLABS show, episode number 13. Yay! As you noticed, on episode 12, we had a few people missing. We'll get to that in 1 second. Today's episode is brought to you by Odyssey Coach. Odyssey Coach offers private and public bus charters. Google them now. Odyssey Coach. So last week we had a few people missing from the show. As you guys all know the old Hollywood expression, the show must go on. So LOUDLABS News is a part of an upcoming reality series, and that is why Todd, Victor, and myself weren't able to make it. We were busy with production. What's kind of funny, though, is even though it's a reality show following me, I find my reality revolving around their production schedule. That's TV for you. But seriously, I am super excited about this upcoming series. I can't really talk much about the show, but I will talk a little more about it in just a bit. But for right now, let's get to last night's look. Last night's look. And in our studio with us today is the man, the breakout star of the show, bam, Victor Park News.
Pleasure to be here.
Victor. Thank you, Victor, for joining us. It's just Victor and I here today. Hello, everybody. I can do this, I can do this. Oh, no, I can't. I can do this, I can do this. How's that work? Hey, what's up? Is that how I wanted it that way? Or was
that
it
one
the
better?
Other way?
Nope, the other way.
It's the other way?
There you go.
How's that? All right, Victor, how you doing, man?
Doing great.
How you been?
Good. Lots of good stuff going on overnight, and haven't been really working much overnight until recently.
Yeah, you tend to work a little more towards the end of the month.
Yeah. Towards the 15th and towards the 31st.
Yeah, you tend to work a little more towards the end of the month. So we're going to get to last night's look right now. Last night's look. Last night's look is brought to you by Obey Imaging. For all your printer needs, Google Obey Imaging. Everybody, all of our sponsors are Googleable. I'm not going to tell you how to get a hold of them. Just go to Google. So we're going to start.
Googleable, is that a new word?
Googleable. We're going to start with good old Glory. So here's some Old Glory. It was real windy. That is a huge flag. I shot this in Southgate, and whenever it's windy, I always tend to shoot this flag. It's a big one.
Nice.
It's a big flag. That
It's like you can use that for like a green screen or something. Look at that. It looks so even computerized.
Yeah, no, it's real. I shot it.
Nice.
It's hard to. I can't even tell you how big that flag is.
Well, what is it
if
for?
you were to put it on top of your house, it would cover your house.
Well, what is it for? A courthouse or what?
No, it's Schultz. I think Schultz Steel Company. My dad used to deliver there. He knows that company. But no, it's a huge flag. Like I said, I couldn't even give you the dimensions of it. But I mean, in order for it to be flowing like that, the wind be moving. So I'll just skip through this real quick because it's pretty much all the same. But it's Old Glory and she's beautiful. So why would I not want to watch it? And of course, it doesn't want to work right now. Good job. All right, that's enough of Old Glory then, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to let Victor talk. All right, Vic, tell us what's going on, man.
Well, this was a large tree that fell over a minivan. That minivan looks pretty totaled if you can see, or when we can see other angles of that. This happened in East Hollywood on the 500 block of North Oxford, and I'm very familiar with that area. So to see that happen, I go by there almost every day, so I was kind of surprised. But yeah, I spoke to a guy who heard it. He didn't want to talk on camera, but he said it was very loud. He was driving. He was actually a block down when he was driving, and he just heard it crash. So that person, whoever owns that van, is going to wake up and see that. Hopefully they have a good insurance.
Wow, look at that root. The root came up.
Yeah, look at that. Imagine if someone was in there. It could have been worse.
I bet. I don't want to imagine that. I really don't.
Fortunately, no one was injured as far as we know.
No one was injured, but a car was killed.
Yeah. Now, the interesting thing is that there's a fire station about literally a block and a half from there, and it's on Melrose and Oxford. So if they walk out of the fire station, they can see that. But LAPD responded and blocked the street off until LAFD. I don't know when did they come. When did they came? If they did, I'm sure they did.
Gotcha. So you had some. You didn't have competition there. You just had a network.
Yeah.
Cool. So hopefully you'll grab some hits on this. All right, we're gonna get to your next last night's look, and this is kind of this is not Victor's package, but this is Victor's win package.
Yeah.
Here, I can turn that on for you if you want to check it out. Probably be easier for you.
No, it's all good. I could see it pretty good. That's what is it? This was a So this was in the Larchmont area. Apparently, some wires or from the power poles went down in this guy's backyard, and I saw a lot of firefighters coming out with fire extinguishers. So that was interesting. Now, that was because I guess it was sparking some flames in the back. So they had to I even saw the homeowner walking around with or grabbing some water hose. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to the back because obviously that's like trespassing, and I didn't have his permission. But I could tell there was something going on in the backyard had to do with some flames or so. And then, of course, it caused a power outage. So this is one of those areas where it's kind of scary because it's you're talking about a very dark area at this time, and because of the power outage, and these two women came up to me in a car, and they were concerned because they saw their friend's house. The gate of their friend's house was open, and they tried telling their friend or calling them, saying, "Hey, you know what? Someone might be in your backyard because your gate is open," and they never see it open. So I said, "Well, just call the police. They're gonna respond. There might be it's secondhand information, but they're gonna send the cops over there." And then now this is of course more heavy wind with someone's alarm going off. But this was it was an interesting night. I don't do wind so much. I mean, doesn't get too windy like that here, or does it?
North Hollywood. Porter Ranch.
Porter Ranch. Yeah. You know what? I was thinking about going to Porter Ranch, but that's so it's so common. It's the easiest place to go to. I figured,
go there. If it's the easiest place to go there and get the hits. It's like rain. It's the easiest thing to do. Do it.
Well, I felt that the stations are going to go there either way.
They are, but they still need to. While they're standing there doing their live, they need some footage to show. So they may as well show.
I have a little secret to this, to the skill of doing this. Like, I'll just say, going to an area like Larchmont Village, people are going to wake up and watch the news. I think they want to see their area. You kind of have to think about the audience of, who's watching. Yes, people of Porter Ranch are watching, but I think these people need some attention. This is if I live there, I want my area to be shown and say, hey, we have a power outage. LADWP, wake up. Help us.
Yes, help us.
Yeah.
DWP. All right, so that was last night's look. Last night's look. All right, we are going to get into some more. What are we doing now? Did I mention last night's look was brought to you by Pedal Perfect. For all your flower needs, Google Pedal Perfect. Thank you, Pedal Perfect. And I'll get into that in just a second. I was going to get into some more things about sponsors, but that's not necessary. I will. So if you want to sponsor our show, you might want to get in now while the dollars are low. We're embarking on some new stuff, and we're about to raise our prices. So I'll get into that and why we're going to be raising our prices in just a bit. But if you want to get in on this while the money's low, go for it. All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit with that guy right there. With that guy right there.
It's like we haven't met me yet.
Yeah. And also, but right now I'm doing a little bit of a Facebook Live thing. So, hello, Facebook Live. It's not going to last forever. You'll be able to check out episode 13 in just a bit. For right now, you're going to listen to Vic.
Hey.
That guy
Hi,
right
Facebook.
there. Victor, who did you meet yesterday?
Oh yeah, went to America's Got Talent, and I met what's his name, Simon Cowell. He's a very interesting guy.
So why'd you go to that?
Uh, well, initially I got contacted by this. I'm subscribed to this group that gets tickets to people or offers tickets. So tickets are free, doesn't cost anyone anything. So I went to that. I believe it was on Monday, and I was pretty impressed by the show. And then I told a couple of my friends, and one of my friends who's really into it, wanted to go see it. And I said, hey, you know what? I could get tickets again. And what was great is that this was the last auditions they were doing. This is now they're moving on to the next steps from the contestants, I guess. But this was the last one, so it was very interesting because they save it. They saved it for last, the best performance, which had to do with this guy doing a lot of scientific experiments and funny things, making the host, or what do you call it, Simon and everyone else, and Moby, change their voice and all. So it was interesting. And yeah, so I figured, you know what, Thursday is the last day of the auditions. Let's see what the last day in Pasadena, because they were filming this in Pasadena for the last, I think, 13 days or so. And then after that, the contestants go on to the next step, and then after that, they go to the live show. So we were hoping for a golden buzzer moment. This lady, she comes and sings. They say she's like the human Adele, and everyone was saying, go hit that golden buzzer, which means they get to go straight to the live show. But it was so close. Didn't happen though. But yeah, so I really did it for my friends who wanted to go see it, but at the same time, I figured since it is the last show of the being taped for the auditions, I figured they might do something special. So, and I think they did a great job. It was fun, and didn't think I would meet Simon, but hey, you know what? Because it's interesting when we line up over there. I felt like the later you get there, the worse the seats are gonna be. Because when I first went there on Monday, I was all the way up on the second floor, the balcony, so kind of sucked because we got there kind of late. But this time we got there late again, and we got to sit on the floor level, so kind of got lucky, I guess.
Sweet.
And then met Simon.
He's probably actually a nice guy.
He is, yeah. I mean, he stayed like 20 minutes after the show was done to take pictures with people. So yeah,
That's really cool. So you have some weekend plans. What are you doing this weekend?
I am going to the Northeast. I'm flying out of LAX, going to Maryland, and then we're gonna drive from Maryland through DC to Virginia because we're gonna be filming a reality TV show of this family. They're right now it's in its very early stages, and they want me to shoot it, and then they're gonna pitch it into production companies.
Gotcha. And then the production company pitches it to a network.
Right.
That's kind of how that works. So, no, I got you. I've been involved in a few things like that in the past, and that kind of gets us going into
What we have going on now.
Yeah, what we're going to talk about right
Yeah.
now. I'm allowed to talk about that. I can't talk about it, but what I can say is because of a movie in 2014, this project was greenlit and picked up by the biggest and newest network around right now. I'm sure you guys can figure it out. I'm a key player along with two guys from the news gathering industry, the other two companies. I know Howard won't mind that I talk about him, so Howard from RMG is on this, and then we'll just say the other guys. The other guys are also, there's three major companies. Each major company has a key player in it, and then we also have what you would call supporting players. Victor and Todd are supporting players, and that's why we weren't here last week. We were busy with production, both Todd, Victor, and myself, so I guess that's all of us. So the three of us were busy playing with cameras following us. And with that said, I should probably stop talking about it.
Or you get a little too loose.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say the name of it. I can't say the network, and I can't really give storylines, but I give you enough hints to figure out what's going on. So we have a pre-recorded conversation with that guy. With that guy. So our pre-recorded conversation instead of me trying to recreate that magic here with Victor, I'm going to just show that pre-recorded conversation. It's going to be cut a little funky due to the fact that there was production in here with us. We got to cut out where I'm talking with production and production's talking with me, so that you're not going to see. So it's going to be kind of a little bit of a weird cut conversation. During that conversation, we're going to find out a lot about that guy. And then we're also going to hear the guy that usually sits right there have a good time with Victor. It was a great conversation between the two of them. We also are going to get into some old footage, some of my best of, some of my first ofs, and it's just kind of it's the first time that we've done this, that we're going to take a pre-recorded conversation and do it. So I gave a little bit of info on it. Is there anything that you feel that you should add or want to add to that conversation, or really doesn't matter? It was you, right?
Doesn't matter. It'll be a fun one. If you just watch it in a minute or two right now.
We're gonna show it in about a minute or two. Actually, we got to take care of some bills first. The conversation is brought to you by Market Fixtures Unlimited. For all your restaurant or convenience store needs, go to Market Fixtures Unlimited. And how do you go there? You Google them. They're Googleable. All of our sponsors are Googleable. So, like I said, we're gonna take care of some bills right now, and then we're gonna get into that conversation. So, thanks, guys. Our man. Actually, shit, I forgot some stuff. I totally forgot some stuff. Ha! We forgot Victor's package.
Oh.
Right?
Yes.
Shit. Fuck. How did we forget Victor's package? Dude.
This package
because it's not there, that's why. It's not in my last night's look. No, it's not. How fucking stupid. I mean, that was the whole point of that whole thing. All right, so I'm an idiot. I got married over the weekend, and I did it in some style. It's very memorable, and it's so memorable, it deserves Victor's package. As most of you guys know, Victor Park News is the breakout star of the LOUDLABS show. We love and appreciate him, and everywhere I go, people are like, I want to see Victor's package. Show me more of his package. Well, Victor, your package is beautiful, and I can't wait to see what you do with this one. So,
well, you know what? Just let me just say, I haven't got to say this publicly, and but I really appreciate. I think this is the reason why I am here with LOUDLABS, is because you give me the opportunity to go out there, work every day. Well, not every day, but sometimes even on a daily basis with reporters. You give me the opportunity. It's weekly that I do these packages, but sometimes it may take 2 days to do it. But regardless, I get to go out there and do what I love and learn from also what I see from the professionals I feel like I'm a professional, of course. Professional photographer, yes. But
you are a professional. You get paid for it. You're a professional.
Oh, there you go. Well, thank you. But you know what? And again, I get to work alongside reporters, and this is giving me the practice before I go to an actual station and do my thing. But if I was with another stringer company, I don't think I will get that kind of opportunity. And this is what I've been working for, or towards rather, for more than 10 years since I was little. As we heard from my
which hasn't happened yet. So because the way that we're doing this, the pre-recorded hasn't happened yet.
Oh.
So yeah, we're gonna get to know Victor a little bit and know his story and why he is sitting right here and why his package is so good. I believe we start from, I almost want to say 9/11 until now, because 9/11 is why you do what you do. It's not the reason I do what I do, but it's the reason why I got so good at what I do. So we're gonna let Victor explain that in the conversation. But first, package. I got married. Victor's package. Let's see it.
They say wedding preparations are stressful and even sometimes up in the air. Well, this one I'm about to tell you about was literally up in the air. If you were around downtown LA recently, you might have seen a red helicopter orbiting around. Well, inside that chopper, that was our very own Scott Lane getting married to his new wife, Lisa. In fact, his family members were up there on the observation deck of the US Bank Tower, waving hi and, of course, blowing their kisses and taking pictures. Now, the couple also streamed their wedding live on Facebook to many of their friends, of course, that's including me. Now, the event began when they took off from an airport in the South Bay. They later exchanged vows, of course. That was followed by tears of joy, as you can see there. They also had a chance to wave to their family members from the chopper. And take a look at these pictures taken in downtown. Boy, are those photos priceless. The night ended with Scott and Lisa having dinner atop the Westin Bonaventure Hotel. And as we come back here now, if you are wondering about the honeymoon preparations, well, I'll leave that up to him to tell you guys. Scott, on behalf of the LOUDLABS team, congratulations. In downtown LA, I'm Victor Park for LOUDLABS News.
Thank you, Victor. As always, your package is beautiful. And I must say,
You gotta stop that.
I must say that, hands down, is my favorite package of all. But no, seriously, in the streets, I always get talked about. People ask me, what's up with Victor? What's up with Victor's package? Everybody wants to see your package. They all want to get a hold of it. So enjoy. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for paying attention to us. And now we're going to get into Victor Park News, the conversation. First, take care of some bills. Odyssey Coach, offering private and public bus charters. Opening in 1989, family-owned and operated, they provide superior motor coach service with clean, late-model equipment and drivers who are safe, friendly, and accommodating to all passengers' needs. Their clients include high schools, colleges, senior citizen groups, government agencies, tour groups, sports teams, and more. Odyssey Coach offers free daily shuttles to Paula casinos from the Cerritos, Long Beach, and Seal Beach areas. Odyssey Coach also offers free nightly shuttles to Payuma Casino from the Hawthorne, Long Beach, Fullerton, and Anaheim areas. You can reach Odyssey Coach 24 hours a day at 714-366-2755 or email Robert at odysseycoach.com. Odyssey Coach, they're looking forward to hearing from you. Obey Imaging Supplies, Inc., family owned and operated, located in the beautiful city of Huntington Beach, California. They offer original equipment, manufactured toner, and new compatible laser inkjet toner for all makes and models. They also carry all Fuser maintenance kits, drums, micro toner, and any accessories pertaining to your printing supplies. When it comes to your toner needs, call Obey Imaging Supplies, Inc. Call Obey Imaging Supplies, Inc. today at 877-535-6239 or check them out online, obeyimaging.com.
Market Fixtures Unlimited, the premier choice for all your supermarket and restaurant equipment needs. For over 50 years, Market Fixtures Unlimited has been serving the wonderful state of California, Nevada, Arizona, and New Mexico. Whether you're looking for a brand new range to spruce up your restaurant's kitchen or a refurbished refrigerator unit for your supermarket, we can get all those products that you need. Let Market Fixtures Unlimited help you take your business from what it is now to what you know it's capable of being. Give Brian a call, 562-803-5553, or go to their website and check them out at marketfixturesunlimited.net.
Next up, we have Pedal Perfect. For all your flower needs and wants, call Pedal Perfect. They do it all. Weddings, parties, corporate events, you name it, call Pedal Perfect. Pedal Perfect offers local delivery in the Los Angeles and Orange County areas. Call Pedal Perfect at 562-631-6478 or connect with them on Facebook, or you can check them out on Instagram, pedal_perfect. Thanks, people. Now let's get to this conversation. All right, so this is how it goes. All right, so thank you, Victor. Thank you for joining us. Why were you standing in water? And I have a feeling that that's going to be a nice package. But wait, it was a nice package. You have a nice package.
Well,
I like your package.
Every time I do a stand-up,
You know you got to talk into the microphone, right? You know how that's how that works. You can bring the microphone to you if you want. That's fine.
Does it look good?
There you go. Right. How many years were you at broadcasting school? Did you miss
4 years.
Did you miss microphone day?
Huh? Mic day? Huh?
Never really had a mic day, but
all right. So you were in broadcasting school, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about why you're sitting here dressed way better than all of us.
Well, to answer your first question about me and water, every time I do a stand up, I have to have a reason for it. So when I did that stand up in on the water, I wanted to demonstrate the fast flow of it. It wasn't moving too fast because otherwise it would have taken me out. But I thought that was an interesting something to attract the viewers. From the very start of the story.
It worked.
Hello, Scott. Hello, Todd. I'm standing along Iron Canyon Road where this river of mud and debris continues to flow. Now, this is exactly why officials issued mandatory evacuation orders over the weekend. But we just spoke to them and they say residents with a valid photo ID are being allowed back home. And that was the story. There was a lot of mud that went through the Santa Clarita Valley that essentially caused a lot of evacuations. It affected a lot of people. So my stand-up, why does it matter? Because it is, or where I'm at, it is because I have to demonstrate something that is happening. I can't just stand in a random place and say, oh, this and this and that.
Why? Why do you have to stand there? Was that what you were taught, or is that what you think? Explain.
That's a good question.
Duh. I mean,
First,
I can go I would go stand there because you would think that's what you're supposed to do. But from what I understand, you have an education about this.
Yes.
We just kind of hear on the fly. You went to school for it. Why are you standing there as opposed to why not standing there? What did that teach you?
Yeah, exactly. I was taught that way. That is because I have to have a reason to demonstrate something. For example, if I just went in front of some kind of random house that didn't have to do anything with the story, there would be no
connection.
No connection to the story. And so so in this case, this was about mud that caused people to evacuate from their homes. It caused people to, not worry essentially about what's going to happen to their homes. So that mud before I was standing there, it was much higher. It had gone through driveways, but fortunately it did go lower. But I wanted to stand in front of that so that I can say, hey, you know what, this right here I'm standing on is the problem. This is what it is. This is what affected a lot of people's lives during that storm.
I'll accept it.
So to answer your question about how I got into stringing, well, let me tell you this. Well, my mom would always wake me up with the news. And one morning on September 11, 2001, she woke me up and said, look at the TV. There's a very important building in New York that is on fire. We didn't really know whether a plane had crashed or not, but I was watching, and this was around, I want to say 5, 6, 7, 8. It was around 6 o'clock our time, Pacific time, and that's when I saw that second plane hit live. And from then on, there was weeks of coverage on the news, and that is when I found out the significance of television news, and that is when I figured what I wanted to do in the future.
I got a phone call from my mom that morning and said, hey, guess what? You're not going to work today. I used to work during the days, and daytime news was done after that. But yeah, no, as Todd says, 9/11 changed everything.
Did I say that?
Todd says it, yeah.
Right?
He says it a lot, right?
Todd.
Todd says it.
No, it's what Seth MacFarlane says. Like 9/11 changed everything.
Everyone says it.
No, yeah,
Giuliani.
right. Yeah, everything. Yeah, I mean, right? That's the benchmark.
It's weird though,
So
'cause-
many different ways.
And by the way,
here's the
by
funny
way,
thing about
I went to work that day, and you had not. Did you drive?
he was 10.
No, so you didn't drive anywhere that day.
No.
Right? You didn't drive anywhere that day.
No.
I drove that morning into work, and you want to know the creepiest day of ever driving in fucking LA traffic is driving in the morning to work on that day, and you'd be amazed at how many people on a freeway. I mean, it's LA freeway, so it's like moving at 20 miles an hour, so you can still see everybody, but everybody was on a head on a swivel looking at every other person driving. Everybody grabbed eye contact with everybody, going, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? That day was crazy. That day, it did. That day changed everything.
That day changed two people's careers. It changed mine, and apparently it started yours. So 9/11 did change everything, at least for two people in this room.
Yeah, I mean, other than
Cut.
that, it was just a normal day.
No, go ahead, go.
So yeah, I'm gonna start again that part.
Great.
The way how I got into stringing goes all the way back to when I was little. So my mom would always wake us up with the news. She would always just put on the news radio or the TV. And when I was 10 years old, on the morning of September 11, 2001, she woke me up and said, "Look at the TV. There's a very important building in New York City on fire." So I watched it. I watched one of the towers with a lot of smoke. Yeah. And then I saw around 6 o'clock our time, continued watching, and I saw the second plane hit. And then after that, the coverage continued for weeks. And that is when I figured out what I wanted to do. So fast forward to when I was about, I want to say...
Whoa. So at 10 years old, because I'm remembering what I was doing when I was 10 years old, you decided that you wanted to be a news cameraman? Because I think I was trying to find wood to build a jump.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that what you were doing?
That's what that is
Right?
that was
Still
exactly
doing.
that's exactly what I was doing.
Finding wood
To build a half pipe in a backyard of a mother who did not want that half pipe.
or just finding some dirt so you can build a double.
Yes, or
And
double
you found
hit.
out you wanted to be a newsman at 10 years old?
Jesus.
I want to be involved in the television news business.
in the
I
9/11
didn't
business?
know
In the 9/11 business?
the television news
Oh,
business.
okay.
I didn't. I didn't know exactly what, but
Yeah, you were 10.
But he felt a connection.
Yeah.
some kind of,
Yeah. A
felt
big
the
one.
calling. Put it that way.
I like that.
Did
I
you-
like that. You felt a calling?
Yeah,
I like that.
Did you go to school that day?
I did go to school.
You did?
And I noticed a lot of parents were coming in, pulling their kids out. My mom didn't. She guess felt comfortable.
Right.
But that's
I mean, right?
Yeah.
Your mom's like, fuck it.
That's New York, 3,000
Yeah.
miles away. No big deal.
Yeah, Victor needs his education. You're going to school today. You're going to school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, well, anyway, fast forward 2 years later, when I was about 12, I was looking through the classified ads back then when before
recycler.
Craigslist.
The recycler.
Okay.
The recycler.
Wait a minute.
Every day you
Victor,
cease to amaze me.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Wait a minute, Victor. The classifieds at 12?
Yeah.
12?
For what?
What the fuck are you strumming through the classifieds for at 12?
I was looking for a camera because that is when I wanted to be. I was looking into being a cameraman.
Shut
so I
the
wanted
front
to do
door.
that. I swear. And
So you went to the recycler? Do you know what kind
The
of cameras were
classifieds.
available?
Yeah,
then?
it was called Penny Saver.
What is that?
Yeah,
So
the penny
that
saver,
was-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
So
mini
looking
DV
at
was
that.
out. So it had moved from VHS to mini DV, at least.
Right. No. Yeah, no. He's in mini DV.
He's mini DV,
He's
yeah.
mini DV era for sure.
Yeah.
So you're
Well-
looking for what? Well, what were you
What I
looking-
got was a mini DV.
What, you got a
I saw-
VHS? You got the big ass giant jumbo VHS camera?
Actually, it was a small. This is back in the. So hold on.
Mini
Before I
VHS.
get
Wait a
before I
minute.
get to there.
This is good. This is fucking
At
great.
some point, I don't know if it was before that or not, but I went to a press conference at Cedar Sinai. I swear, I went to a press conference at Cedar Sinai where an officer passed away, and that is when I met Michael Ullman, where at the time he was working for ABC7.
Okay.
Did
Yeah.
the officer pass away, or was it a SWAT officer that was shot?
Not the SWAT officer that was shot. That was years later.
Okay.
But this was an officer.
years later when you graduated high school and got a driver's license.
No, the officer that was shot was in 2008.
No, I get that, but at 12 you're looking through the classifieds. You find a camera at 12,
Yeah.
and then you go to a press conference. How
With that camera?
how far we jump through the timeline here?
I think I went to the press conference before I looked into the classified ads.
Oh.
So anyway, so I go to
Why
this
did you go to the press conference?
curiosity. I wanted to see how does the news business work. So I didn't live far. I
wait.
used to live in the Beverly Grove
That's what I
area.
was going to say. How'd you get there? How does a 12-year-old get to a
Your
news
mom.
conference?
No, I took the bus or walked it. I don't remember.
Jesus fucking Christ! You took the fucking bus at 12? At 13?
What's the big deal
Yes.
about that?
Well, because
This is Los Angeles!
Because this is Los Angeles. I'm 45 and I rode
Hold
the
on,
bus
hold on,
twice in
hold
my
on.
fucking
I
life.
live.
That is
hold
ridiculous.
on. I live by 3rd and Fairfax.
No, I know.
And I just went to Cedar Sinai. It was just down the street. It wasn't like I
but
had
no
to
one
go
just.
far.
It's like he's talking to his mom right now, telling her.
No, listen. I've lived in this fucking city my whole life. I'm 45. I've ridden the bus twice.
Okay.
Twice.
And I've been to Riverside on my own at the age of 15 or something. So
Yeah.
Oh.
I still like riding the bus.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, Riverside doesn't
right.
count.
Yeah.
How many countries had you been in by the age of 15, Todd?
But none.
No, you didn't sneak down?
Mexico?
You didn't sneak
Mexico,
down?
yeah. I mean, is Mexico currently a country?
It
Yes.
is.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So that'd be the only country I snuck into and out of at 15. But listen, who goes to Cedars-Sinai at fucking 13?
Did you know that there was a news conference going on there?
I did know.
Because
yeah.
you've been watching the news for the past
Right,
2
yes,
years?
right.
Yeah.
All right, continue on.
So I go there, and that is when I watched my very first news conference. So shortly after, that is when I looked to the classified ads, and I found an old camera. You're talking about a camera from probably the 1980s, but it was a professional camera, I know. And
How
I
do you
asked
know?
I begged because it said professional camera, so I assumed it was. It's one of those ones that they used a long time ago. Anyway, so I asked my mom, I begged her
That's
for
like buying art when it says collector's edition.
Right.
Yeah.
They just add collector's edition on there just to add.
So it was one of those ones where you had to it was the camera, it was an over the shoulder camera, and you had to carry a kind of like a VCR kind of thing that connects
Battery
to
pack, the VC,
No,
yeah.
yeah, that would connect to it,
Right,
and that's
yeah.
how it
Now I know
records.
exactly
The
what you're
sling
talking
shoulder
about.
of your tape.
Where is
Yeah.
this camera?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
do you have this camera still? Do you still
No,
have that?
I don't. I wish I did.
So let me
Why
guess.
not? Where'd it
the
go?
The Smithsonian's called you, right? I mean, it's in the Smithsonian. I mean, where else could it fucking be?
probably, right?
No,
I don't know.
where did it go? I am
I
curious.
have no idea.
Really?
Your mom probably has it.
So,
No.
every camera I've ever bought, I own still.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if I
I
own
wish
it.
I did.
fucking shelves over
There's
there.
some of them.
I know.
The other
Wait a
ones are at
minute.
home, but
I
once
wish I
it's
did.
once it's mine, it's mine. They don't go to
Wait,
anybody
okay,
else.
whoa.
So I want to know where this thing went. Like,
have
what
no
did you
idea.
just lose it?
I think so.
Wait. How did you get into Cedars-Sinai? Did your
never
mom?
lost a
Did your
camera,
mom
ever.
walk you into Cedars-Sinai?
No, he
No,
took the
took the
bus.
bus.
No, I know he got there
Yeah,
by a
but
bus, but when you get to fucking Cedars-Sinai, how do they let a fucking 13-year-old?
It's outside the
Let
it's
anybody in
outside.
there.
The press conference was outside the building.
All right, Victor. Listen, we need to figure out more. When we're hiring people, Scott, we need to figure out what
We need to
fucking
vet
backgrounds.
more.
We need to vet bigger. We need to vet harder because
Bigger
this kid-
background
now
checks.
because now this kid sounds like a fucking loose cannon. Now he seems like a loose cannon here. on the team.
Sounds like a
Sounds
future.
a little more driven than
sounds
some
like
of
a-
we us.
Yeah,
at
sounds
that
like a
age.
future reporter.
Yeah,
I got a
well,
question
yeah.
actually for Victor.
What?
Who was your true inspiration? Like, who did you want to emulate when you were
Hal Fishman
doing this? Yeah.
Do you even know who
Dallas
Hal Fishman
Rays?
is?
Or-
I do know who
Oh,
Hal
you knew Hal-
Fishman.
Hal-
Yep, KTLA.
Of course, because you're watching the news at fucking 8.
Yeah.
Probably
Right.
like 3.
I was on with Hal Fishman on. I just fed in a fire. He wanted to talk to me, so he said on the phone we have Scott. I'm like, hi Hal, and he's like, it stumbled him. He's like, hello. He wasn't expecting me to say hi to him, but I got to say hi to him on the air, and then I got to talk about a fire that I was shooting.
You're very lucky.
Well,
I wish I'd spoke to him. He's a great guy. Talk about my inspirations. People like David Muir, Scott Pelley, those guys.
Again, is there one more you can name
Scott
that I
Lane.
don't know?
Oh,
Because I don't know the first two people you named. Who's you got a third?
Those are local guys, yeah?
no, those are
Those are
national.
national.
guys.
Shows you what I know.
I just realized something. At your age, when you were getting involved with news, do you want to know what I was heavily involved in? In Miami Vice. Don Johnson.
I was gonna say, shh, don't talk like
listen,
that.
Listen, Miami Vice, Michael Tubbs, Don Johnson. I knew every Friday week to week, what the undercover Miami Vice squad at Miami Vice was doing.
So it's kind of the same thing with me, but
No.
news. So
Yeah,
I don't think we share that.
But I didn't go anywhere. I wasn't pretending to be a Vice squad. I wasn't out
Yeah,
playing
right.
detective.
I saw those
Well, you know
turquoise
what? No.
shirts you wore.
I went there not to pretend I was a reporter. I went there to
You
know
were on-
how it's
Right.
done. That's
I mean,
why I
what
went
I'm
there
saying.
speaking
You
to.
were on your way. You were on your way
Yeah.
to what you are doing now. What we're sitting here doing now, Vic.
Yeah, and right now we're talking about how you got to here. So finish your camera story and talk about school and wrap it up.
Yeah, so again, that's so I got hold of my first camera and I went to another conference or some kind of story.
Okay,
that
he
was
needs to stop talking.
Hold on. I went to some other thing that happened at the Grove, and
Right.
with the camera that didn't
Right,
even work.
Right. I mean, Jesus Christ, Victor. What are you like? You're like a fucking phenom newscast broadcaster in the
Hey, why do you think I had no friends?
what? Hey,
Hey, we don't need to talk about personal business here. Okay, so we are going to stop, and I think
thanks, Gene.
that's good for our first rehearsal, guys. You guys
Yeah.
happy with that? You have any ideas, suggestions?
I
You have a lot of editing to do. Yes. But is that
no.
cool?
I
Are
think
you
I
good
think
for
the
our
breakdown.
rehearsal?
I think the way they
I
break
think it'd
down.
be cool.
That was fun. I like talking with Victor. I like talking about the industry. I like talking about footage I've shot. So, do you have any final words before we get into your ending?
It was a fun show.
Wasn't it? I like doing it like this. It's kind of simple. Do the conversation before, and then come in here and talk about the conversation. So, I'm stoked on it.
Well, also, hey, congratulations on your marriage. You know what? It's and that package was really fun to do. It was the most fun. I know I've done some on like going into a bar and recording people drunk as hell, but
visually this is the best package ever.
Yes.
Visually, there's so much going on with it.
Yeah.
And thank you for doing it. Thank you for making your
Absolutely, my
thank you
pleasure.
for handling your package.
My pleasure. Ironically, for a wedding,
All right, so let's do our handshake. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
As I said earlier, or as we saw earlier, or heard, I should say, I want to be a multimedia journalist. So that's where you shoot your packages, you edit it, and you report. But here, I don't only get to just do just that, but I also get to shoot my stuff, or like the stories, and get it on the second largest market in the world, even nationally. So you're really having the best of both worlds, and it's just doing what I love.